Actually, I can just do it with some people in the background there because
Okay, you don't want to have it with this.
well, I don't want to get too direct there.
I'm originally from Missouri too, by the way.
Is that right? Well, I was certainly surprised to see you here. I never knew you were interested in this sort of thing.
Well, Rob, I've been following the history of the James Younger gang, mainly because I'm originally from Missouri, and my great-grandfather sold hay to that group. They were revered by the farmers back in Missouri, and I guess my great-grandfather was one of them. But yes, I followed this very closely, probably for the last 15 years.
What can you tell us about them?
You mean on that fateful day?
Yeah.
Okay. It was on September the 7th of 1876. At about noon, that 3 members of the gang came in across from the Cannon River. They ate breakfast. They were to meet the other 5 members of the gang in front of the bank at 2 o'clock, which they did. Those members entering the bank were Jesse James, Bill Stiles, and Clell Miller. The other group out front eventually gathered were Cole Younger, Jim Younger, Bob Younger, and then Frank and Jesse James. The teller, J.L. Haywood, refused to open the safe. He said there was a time lock on there. There were 2 other people in the bank at that time, both employees. One made a break for the back door. That building, by the way, is the same today as it was 105 years ago. A.E. Bunker was shot in the shoulder, but he began spreading word. Another citizen tried to get into the bank and was turned away by a member of the gang, and the town became very quickly alerted. It just so happened that a hardware store owner opened up his store and gun rack, and everybody started getting guns. And the most damage was done by a man by the name of Manning, and a medical student from the University of Michigan who lived in Northfield, Doc Wheeler, was across in the Dampier Hotel firing, and they killed 2 members of the gang. They killed Bill Stiles and Clell Miller. Now, Stiles was from Minnesota, and when they lost him, they were lost, the gang. The gang was being shot up very badly. Haywood died, the teller. An innocent bystander by the name of Gustafson was shot to death while he was just watching. So 4 people died here on that day 105 years ago.
Why do you think people are so curious about this?
Rob, there's never been anything like it in the history of America. In 1865, because of their southern leanings and being scorned by the Union people in Clay County, Missouri, the Younger gang and the James gang, who had ridden with Quantrill's raiders during the Civil War, were not allowed back into society. So they then crossed the other side of the line and began robbing banks. The first bank robbery in America was in 1865 by this gang at Liberty, Missouri. The home, I might add, original home of Frank James' father, Reverend Robert James, who founded a college in that town.
Amazing.
That's true. So
bad apple, huh?
There has never been a gang, I think, with and you're going to laugh at me, with as much integrity. Cole Younger was a great man. He really was.
I think I've got enough.
Northfield and the heroism of the peace-loving citizens of this community, most especially in memory of Joseph Lee Haywood, 39-year-old man who at the time of the raid was city treasurer of Carleton College, bookkeeper at the bank, acting as cashier. Farmers shopping in the local stores. Their clients and their clerks are busy at their usual work. A young medical student, H.M. Wheeler, is seated in front of his father's drugstore area. Are three horsemen who have just eaten lunch on the west side and are now moving toward the bank. They draw no attention, or very little attention, we should say, as they approach the bank, because this is a scene very common to the day. These men were posing as cattle buyers as they moved into the area. They had just come from an attempted bank raid in Mankato that fell awry, so they came to Northfield. They're moving now into the area, observing a quiet, peaceful community, thinking at this point that they've got it in the bag and that the money will soon be in their pockets. These men, ladies and gentlemen, include Charlie Pitt, Bob Younger, and Jesse James. As you can see, they're acting very casually. Now that their horses are tied, they're going to be strolling down in front of the Lee and Hitchcock store.
Sir,
Visiting with people. But all the time, of course, they are checking out any danger that might occur when they enter the bank in a short time. When they do enter the bank. The two other men who will be soon upon this merchant, J.S. Allen, is going in to get his deposit at this time, and he's about to leave for the bank. But he will be unsuccessful in his attempt to deposit money today. We call your attention to the south end of Division Street now. Our Cole Younger and Clell Miller are coming into Division Street. They will be the ones who will thwart the attempt of hardware merchant Allen to get in. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to have you find out exactly what went on as these three men entered the bank.
All right, don't get excited. This is a holdup. Do you want the money? What? No, what's going on here? What's buddy? Hey, get away from there. Didn't I tell you to open that safe? What's going on there? I can't open that safe. It was.
You will notice that we're J.S. Allen is not going to be allowed into the bank.
That's why
The bank is being robbed and they are taking action. This is where the action all begins. Inside the bank, the men are unsuccessfully trying to get the money from the members of the This is where the people are being warned to get off the streets. They are not wanting to hurt anybody. Again. It's already dead. The hotel window comes to dust. There, ladies and gentlemen, was the reenactment at the battle that lasted only 7 minutes. And Williamsville, and in the bank was the body of cashier Joseph Lee Haywood. Now, a posse was formed to battle the robbers. In the meantime, the stolen person sound just outside of Northfield. The chase continued for several days. How about this? The three younger brothers later killed the man since the crime in Northfield. I'd like to thank this year's great
obvious.
I'm too close, aren't I?
Go ahead. What'd you think of it?
It went real well this time. We were real pleased with the timing, the gunfire, the back and forth exchange was real good.
I don't want an analyst. I want to know whether you liked it.
I love it. I love it. I arrange it every year, so I'm real pleased.
The one person, think of it.
It's okay. Not
Too
too bad.
short, I couldn't see anything.
Pretty hard to see.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay, thanks.
Oh no.
Oh, relax. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was fantastic. I like seeing it every year.
Not much stories in Northfield.
Don't do that. You don't.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you're not into all this violence stuff, there's still other things you can do in Northfield this weekend. There's a great fair going on with lots of rides for the kids, so come on out. If you missed it today, it's still going on tomorrow, including a grand parade. Roberto Chudin-Lushim, News Center 11, Northfield, Minnesota. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Now, if you're not into all this violence stuff, there's still other things for the family to do, including enjoying a lot of rides, merry-go-round and so forth. I don't like that. Okay. Now, if you're not into all this violence stuff, there's still plenty of other things to do with the family, including a lot of great rides. Now, if you missed your chance to enjoy the reenactment today, don't worry, there's still tomorrow, including a grand parade that starts off a little bit in the afternoon. Roberto Chudin-Lushim, News Center 11, Northfield. Once again, now, if you missed your chance to be here today, don't worry, there's still tomorrow. Another reenactment at 12:30 in the afternoon, and then a big parade. Roberto Chudin-Lushim, News Center 11, Northfield. Try one?
Here, let's bring it in.